Good day everyone, and welcome again to Learn English with Blaine. And this is your beginner dictation number 37. And in this video we are going to focus on simple past verb tenses. So again, this is your beginner dictation number 37. And for this video we are going to focus on simple past verb tenses. So, do you have your pen and your paper ready? Because remember, you are going to listen and then write what you hear. Now, in this video, there will be 7 dictations, and I will say each one 3 times. And after you write out your dictation, you can underline the simple past verbs and the time expressions. So here's an example. So if I say, I watched TV last week, you would write this on your paper. And then after you write this out, you would underline watched and then take note of the time expression, which is last week. So in this dictation, the simple past verb is watched and the time expression is last week. Okay, everyone, let's get started. Let's get started now with our dictation number 1. We finished our lunch 10 minutes ago, period. We finished our lunch 10 minutes ago, period. 10 minutes ago, period. Okay, so this is what I said. We finished our lunch 10 minutes ago, period. We finished our lunch 10 minutes ago. Now, can you find the verb and the time expression? So they are right here. So 10 minutes ago is the time expression and the verb is finished. Finished. Okay, let's move on to our dictation number 2. One day last week we ran to school, period. One day, last week, we ran to school. We ran to school. Okay, and this is what I said. One day last week, we ran to school, period. One day last week, we ran to school. Now, can you see the time expression and the simple past verb? So they are right here. So ran is the simple past verb, and one day last week is the expression, is a simple past expression. So let's move on, everyone. Let's go to dictation number 3. Dictation number 3. They told you last week not to touch the dog. They told you last week not to touch the dog. Not to touch the dog. Okay, let's take a look. They told you last week not to touch the dog, period. They told you last week not to touch the dog, period. So, do you see the time expression and the verb, and it is right here. Oh, they told you last week. Sorry about that, you guys. So this is the verb. The verb is here. And can you see the time expression? The time expression is right here, of course. So I'm sorry about that. I'll put that in red. So last week would be the time expression, and then told would be the verb, the simple past verb. Okay, let's move on now to dictation number 4. Dictation number 4. I saw the cat jump over the fence earlier this afternoon. I saw the cat. I saw the cat jump over the fence. Jump over the fence earlier this afternoon. Earlier this afternoon. Period. Okay, in a moment we'll take a look. And it is, this is what I said. I saw the cat jump over the fence earlier this afternoon. Period. I saw the cat jump over the fence earlier this afternoon. Okay, so again, we've got one verb, one time expression, and they are right here. So saw is the simple past verb, and earlier this afternoon is the time expression. Earlier this afternoon is the time expression. So let's move on to dictation number 5. Okay. They spoke to her about this more than 1 hour ago. Period. They spoke to her. They spoke to her about this. About this. More than 1 hour ago. More than 1 hour ago. So I'll just give you a moment to finish what you're writing. Okay, so this is what I said. They spoke to her about this more than 1 hour ago. They spoke to her about this more than 1 hour ago. With a period right there. Okay, so can you see the verb and the time expression? They are right here. Okay, so they spoke to her. This is the simple past verb. And more than 1 hour ago, more than 1 hour ago, this is the complete time expression for the simple past. Okay, so let's move on now, everyone, to dictation number 6. Dictation number 6. Okay. The little girl cleaned her room and left to walk her brother to school a few minutes ago. The little girl cleaned her room, and left to walk her brother to school, a few minutes ago. A few minutes ago. That was a long one, so I'm going to repeat it. The little girl cleaned her room, and left to walk her brother to school a few minutes ago. Okay, so I'll give you a moment to finish your writing. So this is what I said. The little girl cleaned her room and left to walk her brother to school a few minutes ago, period. The little girl cleaned her room and left to walk her brother to school a few minutes ago. Now, in this dictation, we see two verbs, two simple past verbs, and one time expression. And they are right here. So the little girl cleaned and the little girl left. This is the simple past form of to leave. And then of course the time expression is a few minutes ago would be the time expression. Okay, so let's take a look at our last dictation, everyone. Our last dictation is coming up right now, number 7. I learned a lot in my English class over the last 3 years. I learned a lot. I learned a lot in my English class. In my English class. Over the last 3 years. Over the last 3 years. I learned a lot in my English class over the last 3 years, period. Okay, so we'll just wait a moment and then I'll show you what I said. Okay, I learned a lot in my English class over the last 3 years. I learned a lot in my English class over the last 3 years. So in this dictation, we see one time expression and we see one simple past verb. Can you find those? And they are right here. So learned, I learned, this is the verb right here. And then over the last 3 years, over the last 3 years, that is the time expression. So anyway, everyone, as usual, I would like to thank all of you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. And leave your comments or questions in the comment section below the video. I always really enjoy looking at those and responding to those as well. And if you like the video, please remember to share, like, and subscribe, right? And have yourself an excellent day. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.